Good morning, people. Hope y'all are doing well. Today I'm going to be explaining how Godzilla King of the Monsters, released in 2019 and directed by Michael Dougherty, is not great, but it's fine. This movie is starred by Millie Bobby Brown, Vera Farmiga, Ken Watanabe, and Kyle Chandler. What a surprise. Godzilla King of the Monsters is a sequel to the 2014 Godzilla and the third installment to the MonsterVerse, which tells a story about the epic battle between King Ghidorah and Godzilla. King Ghidorah is basically an apex predator just like Godzilla, and this film basically highlights their rivalry. This film also tells a story about Emma Russell and her daughter Madison, who is kidnapped and is forced to awaken all the Titans using a device called the Orca, which as seen in this film controls the Titans' behavior. They were kidnapped by Alan Jonah, who is played by Charles Dance. He doesn't really have a huge impact on this film, but this guy is just there to be the bad guy. This film had a lot of monsters, and I mean a lot. These monsters include Mothra, Rodan, Godzilla, Ghidorah, and plenty of others. To me, these Titans felt like the main characters and also the main attraction of this film, while the humans were just a side thing. Kyle Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown delivered an above-average performance for this film. The other actors had an okay performance, but the characters were badly written. I feel like the characters are just there to explain what's happening between Godzilla and Ghidorah, nothing more. Felt like there were not much emotion coming from these characters, considering the fact that 3 main characters died. 2 of these deaths were really unnecessary because this movie's main subplot was about the Russell family. But if they wanted to kill off Serizawa and Dr. Vivienne Graham, I think they should have added a flashback about them in the beginning of the film because 1, Dr. Vivienne Graham was kind of a side thing and she did not do much. And 2, this would be a perfect build-up for both of these deaths. These 2 characters were just scientists and we didn't really have much of a background for them. And although Serizawa had a huge impact in this film, I would love to see a flashback maybe going back when these 2 were young. Kyle Chandler's character Mark Russell also played a major role in this film. And this felt really odd because he was the guy who just did everything. He told other characters what to do, he answered some questions, and he did a lot of action. Every character has a certain role. Like in Godzilla 2014, Aaron Taylor Johnson was just a lieutenant, nothing more. He may have helped Serizawa a bit, but his role for the entirety of this film was just to be the soldier who had a family who needed saving. But in this film, Kyle Chandler did everything. He wasn't just the family man, he was the science guy, he was the animal guy, he was the technology guy. I mean, come on! The characters also felt really cheesy/corny because they just kept finishing each other's line for the whole film.
What's with the light show?
It's an intimidation display. Like a gorilla pounding its chest.
Consider us very intimidated.
I don't think it's for us.
The plot for this film was kinda messy because they had humans as the people who explained some stuff and the Titans were the main characters. What I mean is that there's an epic action scene here, and after that they just put the humans here to just explain what's going on and what's about to happen. After that, another action scene happens and then it continues over and over again for about 80 to 90% of this film. The plot was really not compelling because it was badly written and I think they just focused too much on the Titans. I think they really listened to the critics of the first movie, which mostly consists of wanting more Godzilla scenes and less of the humans. They basically just threw out some Titans and made them fight. This film also was just full of build-ups for the Titan scenes. I think they could have made the film not center around this one thing, which are the Titans. There was also this thing about family problems between Vera Farmiga's character, Millie Bobby Brown's, and Kyle Chandler's. This family problem was kind of like their subplot, but I think this was barely explored. Because, like I said, this film mostly centers around the Titans and doesn't do much with the subplots. 2014 Godzilla for me did better than this one just because it had a more compelling story, although it had less Godzilla scenes. The human side of the story was really interesting and not boring. Since 2014 Godzilla contained more human elements, it would be very right to make the human side of the story interesting to grip the audience for the whole entire film. Godzilla King of the Monsters definitely delivered a lot of Godzilla, but the more Godzilla scenes, the less special it feels. The presence of Godzilla in King of the Monsters felt special but less special than its predecessor because he was appearing a lot more. I think a balance is possible by making Godzilla's appearance balanced with the humans' appearance. This film has its good stuff though. The fight scenes felt really epic and filled with destruction, but the fight scenes sadly did not make up for the messy plot. The visuals were outstanding. I really like how they played with the color blue because this film is centered around Godzilla, who spends most of his time in the sea. The musical score is really beautiful, making the battles really immersive and epic. This film really gave it all for the fans, and as a Godzilla fan myself, I was quite entertained because of how dumb this film is. I mean, there were a lot of monster fight scenes. I was really intrigued in Ken Watanabe's performance because he did exactly what he did in Godzilla 2014, but still felt really legendary. See what I did there? Anyway, there were a lot of scenes when he just put down his glasses, said something cool, and the camera cuts to a Titan. Those scenes felt really cool, and I even get goosebumps sometimes. This film did a lot of that, not just with Ken Watanabe's character, but with other characters too. I just thought that his lines felt more sick. The whole mystery about Titans and Godzilla, building up to the next installment, which would be Godzilla vs. Kong, is really interesting. I can't wait to see the next film, and I hope this time they'd be able to create a compelling story, but with epic battles of the Titans. Have y'all seen the new trailer? Let me know what you think.
Anyways, guys, this film was a complete letdown for me. I expected a lot more. I still enjoyed it though. I still enjoyed it. It was really all for the fans. The battle scenes were pretty epic, and yeah, I do recommend this to all of you. Go watch it. It's pretty cool, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, go watch it. See y'all next month. Peace.